here we are the next day, come back to the old church block. We're going to continue searching in the strips here we got laid out. We're going to progress up further, see if we can luck onto a few more good targets and see what else we can uncover today to add to the 15 pre-decimals that we got yesterday and the 2 silvers. Hopefully we can discover a new silver coin in here. So this was our first decent target at today at this old church block. We dug deep there and nearly gave up on it, but that potentially could be a 100-year-old key here. I'll just clean it up in the puddle over here and we'll see if we can get a bit of a clearer look at it. Okay, that's our first little relic at the old church block. It's just been pre-decimal coins and some lead heads off the old nails. But here's a really old key that we found. We'll have to clean that up properly when we get home and see if there's any writing up on it. Okay, we'll continue progressing up here and see what else we can uncover. So today we seem to be getting more, not any coins at the moment, but we're uncovering interesting objects. The first one was that key, got a couple of those lead nail ends, but that's interesting. And we think that's a valve stem. There you go. It'll be good to find our first coin for today. Oh, I found a cold organic cider there. Okay, so we finally got a nice distinct signal. This is the first one of the day that I believe could quite possibly, very likely be a coin. We come from over there. We believe that is exactly where the actual church was situated, so we were searching underneath there, finding a lot of floor bolts and so forth there. And we do have a 1913 photograph from the front, and that's pretty much exactly where it was situated. So this could be just out to the side of where the building was. So hopefully that could be our first coin for the day. Oh, there it is. Coin. Pretty muddy work, but that potentially could be a little silver shilling, or that's the size of a halfpenny, maybe halfpenny or a shilling. That's too big for a sixpence, of course, but so that's either got to be a silver shilling or a halfpenny. We'll clean that up over here. Thanks. That's our first coin of the day. That's good to find that. We have, out the front where we found them 15 coins yesterday, was going right into the front and to the side of the building, so we must have searched underneath where the actual building was, where that 1913 black and white photograph that we had. So this is our first coin. Yeah, I believe that is an old Commonwealth of Australia pre-decimal Australian halfpenny. That's what that will be. That could be anywhere from 1910 up to about 1938, I think, by memory. But we'll clean all the coins up and check all the dates and everything later on when we get home. Awesome. So we did identify that is an older King George V, 1921. It says down the bottom, 1921 King George V Australian halfpenny. So we just moved over to the side where we got that King George V pre-decimal, and there appears to be at least 2 separate targets here. I've got the recovery speed on the Minelab Equinox 800. I've got it set up to maximum to distinguish separate targets very quickly. It's set on number 8, so that does allow to distinguish separate signals in close proximity. So that's the best one right there. We'll dig it first. As you can hear from that detector, still that EMI disturbance, but we've tried to clean that up as much as humanly possible. But it's good to be able to find these kinds of coins in this kind of environment, even it's not the best conditions, and still be able to unearth them. If you can just cut that plug in half, please, Dad. Thank you. Let's see if it's in there or still. Aha, that looks like a nice pre-decimal coin right there. So that was definitely a coin. I'll just clean that one up quickly and we'll see what that secondary target is. It'd be great to find another silver coin. We found them 2 silver coins yesterday. The 1890 United Kingdom Queen Victoria threepence, and then the 1912 110-year-old Australian shilling. It's going to be hard to identify what that one is, but we'll do our best and see what it is. Okay, we've cleaned this up a little bit, but this is a very old coin. I believe that this is our first Britannia coin, and it's in pretty bad condition, but I can see on the bottom, on the old Britannia coins, which are prior to 1910, I'm sure I can see 1903 right down the bottom. So that is our first Britannia coin. We had a feeling there should be some here. That's a That is a 1903 Britannia coins, were the coins they utilised before the Australia had their own minting facilities from 1910. Although they did make the sovereigns, didn't they, Dad? The half sovereigns and the full sovereigns, the gold coins. But these coins were utilised before in 1910, when the range of the coins from the halfpenny and the penny and the silver coins, the threepence and the sixpence and the shilling and the florins were produced from 1910 on. So that's 1903 Britannia coin. If anybody can help me to know how to best clean these up so you can see a little bit more detail to clean them up safely, please put a comment in the YouTube video comment section. Would be much appreciated, as this is only a new hobby for myself, so I'm still learning. Thank you. Okay, this other signal to the left here, it's more fainter, but sometimes it has been jumping up to 32, which means that the slight possibility it could be a silver coin. I'll dig it, go back a bit from there, Dad, just dig a bigger plug, because it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it is. Better off digging a little bit bigger plug, then you're more likely to be inside. See whether we can isolate if it's in that plug. I think it is. Yeah. That's saying about 20, 24, 25 inside here somewhere. Aha! That could be, we could be right, that could be a little silver coin. See that? We'll clean that up to see if that is a little silver coin. That would be good. Let's have a look. Yeah, I reckon that is, Dad, I reckon that. Is that the size of that's the size of a sixpence, isn't it? That could be a silver sixpence. Wow, that could be our third silver coin in this location. We'll clean that up a bit as much as we can, see if we can identify exactly what that is. Awesome. Okay, we can definitely see that that is an old sixpence. That's a King George V Australian sixpence, and when I flip it over, we have found ourselves a 1914. That should clean up quite well. You can bring these back to perfect silver if you're lucky with the bicarb soda. I've tried using the aluminium foil with the boiling water with the bicarb soda. If anybody else can help me to let me know how to bring these back. I have had success with that 1939 ramhead shilling come back nearly perfectly on that particular coin, and another sixpence. I found a couple of threepences, and those coins from yesterday come up not too bad too. But if anybody has a tried and tested method of bringing these back to silver when they're in this kind of condition. Would very much appreciate somebody leading me in the right direction. But that, I'm really happy with this find. 1914 King George V, 92.5% silver, sixpence. Awesome. Turned out to be another great day. Okay, so the Britannia penny was found there, that 1914 sixpence there, and now just over here I'm sure that's another coin. It's got to be. Give that to you, Dad. Yeah, that is another coin, another pre-decimal coin. Wow, this is amazing to find all these so close to each other like that. I've got a little wooden knife here that I can lightly scrape that. Just take the dirt off, then give it a wipe and see if we can identify what that is, the date and what exact coin. But that looks like another very old coin, this one here. Okay, so we've been fortunate to find another really old penny here. This is actually a King Edward VII old penny, and Britannia penny, and I believe that said 1906. So that's really good to discover those all in close proximity over there. We've got 3 really old coins, including the silver, and 2 of these Britannia pennies. So we'll progress up here and see what else we can uncover. Okay, we finally discovered another really nice signal. Dad has marked this earlier. With his detector. He was kind enough to let me uncover it with this Equinox. But that seems like it's got to be a coin. Quite a high in the 28, 29. We'll see. That seems like it could definitely be a coin. Lighten that detector off. What sort of coin? Where is it? Let's hope that is a florin. Let's hope that could possibly be a florin, or that's too small to be a penny, Dad, isn't it? It seems slightly too big to be a half penny. That possibly could be a florin. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Maybe it's just a penny, but I'm hoping it's a florin. I'll go clean that up and see what it is. Could be just my wishful thinking again. No, that is a penny, not a florin. 1945 Australian penny. That's interesting that they ring up so high sometimes, those pennies. But I'd love to find a silver florin, would be good.
And being the back of the building, you could quite well end up with some more back here.
Yeah. But this will be one of our last digs here. We'll probably do one more after this, but we just got a signal, dug a plug there that was up in the high 20s again, and we have unearthed what looks to be another penny. I'll give that a quick clean up in the water over here, and then we'll identify exactly what that is, see if we can get a year. Okay, here's another 1940s penny, 1949 rue penny, that one. And it's quite interesting that we dug over here those 3 really old coins over here, the Britannia and the really old silver sixpence, but over here we're getting the rue pennies. I find that interesting. That must be different areas of the building where it's situated. Maybe they changed the entrance or something at a later date, but that's quite interesting. We'll go one more target, because Dad and I are looking forward to lighting a fire in the back of his property this afternoon, having a couple of beers and a barbecue, so we can always come back here at a later stage. Beautiful day, good way to get a bit of exercise, get out in the open air. So that last signal was just an old floor bolt, unfortunately, but we want to call it quits for today. But Dad and I are going to go visit the property owner, and we're going to offer him and his son a choice of a carton of beer of their favourite choice, as out of our appreciation for them giving us the opportunity to share and enjoy this experience together as father and son. So we'll go over and show them what we found today, and then we'll head home, and I'll come back either tomorrow or next opportunity. Awesome. I hope everyone's enjoying following along on these discoveries. This is definitely an area that has never been detected before, with quite a lot of history, so really enjoying this experience, especially sharing it with my father as well. So I've returned back here to my parents' place, where we're going to have a bit of a fire and a barbecue and a few beers this evening, and we're only at that church site today for a bit over a couple of hours, but we have found another half a dozen coins, and that's the ones we got yesterday. These are the ones we got today, and including that 1906 Britannia 1 penny there. This is also a Britannia above it. That's definitely another Britannia. We can't that looks definitely be maybe in the 1800s, late 1800s. A couple of rue pennies, and an old half penny, Commonwealth of Australia half penny, and we got that 1914 sixpence. So looking forward to cleaning it up to bring it back silver again. And then we did dig a lot more rubbish than we did yesterday. Clean that old key. So yeah, it's been a good adventure, and that's just a quick overview of what we've discovered so far. And I'll put a photo of the sixpence when we clean it up. I'll just put a photo of that silver sixpence up on the screen to conclude this part 2 of the video. Got some kookaburras up here. We've come back here to the old church site, and we're just going to continue off where we left off from yesterday. So far we've uncovered 21 pre-decimal coins. We have set our detectors now onto all metal mode because I've also done a factory reset on this Minelab Equinox because there's just even with the ground balancing, there was still a lot of EMI, the interference. Today is Sunday too, so that's a bit good. There won't be any of the larger trucks going back and forth to the quarry. There'll just be the cars going past, so that'll make life a little bit easier. So I've did a factory reset on this to try to stabilize it, and as we can see already, you haven't got that constant disturbance from the we do have the lines here, but so this seems a lot more stable and clearer now. You can put on like put on the all metal mode like that, or just have, usually I have all of the numbers discriminated out up to about 18 and upwards, but I've just brought that right down so we can potentially uncover any old jewelry that may have been lost. We did a test, and just to see the numbers for some of the gold rings and silver rings, just in case there's any of that possibility. But we're mainly hoping to get some more old pre-decimal coins, hopefully some silver coins in good condition would be great. Just work our way up here and see what we can uncover. Okay, we've come over here and we've had a good signal over here. It was going 2022, and sure enough, if I can, that's a nice old penny right there, I believe. A little bit drier up here. The last couple of days back in there, it's been quite wet, so you're digging in amongst slosh. This is a little bit drier up. The further we go up the back, getting drier, so might be easier to, maybe the coins might be in slightly better condition as well. I'll clean that up and we'll see exactly what this one is. Yeah, so that turns out to be a 1916 Commonwealth of Australia 1 penny. So a 106-year-old coin uncovered from there. We'll see what else we can uncover as we progress further up here. So Dad and I are working as a team doing this old church block here. He's got a Minelab Xterra 705, and while I'm detecting back there or digging a potential target, Dad's come forward. This looks like it could be definitely a coin by how distinct that is. He's marked that perfectly to the millimeter on the correct spot there. Let's see if we can uncover a coin. See what year this one could possibly be. Yes, that's the coin, definitely. Well, I wonder what that is. I won't say wishful thinking, and that's a silver shilling. I've done that. I did that yesterday when I was wishful thinking for silver coins, but that's actually got Queen Elizabeth II on it. So would that make it maybe a more recent halfpenny with Queen Elizabeth II? That's what that. We'll have a look exactly what that is, but that's That's be more likely to be in the 50s and early 60s, I'd say. We'll just see what that actually is. Queen Elizabeth II. Actually, this could be. Do you think it's a ram head shilling, but a more recent one? I think that might be what it is. Look at that. This might be a ram head shilling. I did find yes, it is. I did find a 1939 ram head shilling at the old hall block a few kilometres away from here. Let's see what year this one is. This is a 1958 ram head shilling. Okay, that's a nice silver coin. That's our 4th silver coin so far. Awesome. 1958 Queen Elizabeth II ram head shilling. Great. So we've been digging a few of the lead head nails, so we know that's usually about a 19 signal and a little bit inconsistent, but this signal here, distinct from every direction, coming up from the high 20s and sometimes bumping up into 30. Hitting it consistently from every direction of the compass. X marks the spot. And just to have a look at this, you know, you'd swear that potentially could be a florin or a silver coin, but we did have a root penny that hit up in the high 20 into 29-30 there yesterday, so fingers crossed it could be a silver coin, but we don't know 100% till we uncover it and to see what it really is. But that feels to me, I don't want to get too overconfident, but it feels to me very high likelihood of a coin, and a good quality coin. We'll unveil this live on the video just in case, so everybody else gets to enjoy uncovering what it is. See whether that even deeper. Oh, hang on, look at this. Right here. It come out in this chunk here. This is definitely a coin. I wondering if this is a penny or a florin. We'll put our bets on it's either a penny or a florin. Let's have a look. So this was not a florin. This is a King George VI rue penny, 1947 rue penny. So that shows that those rue pennies, like the one we got yesterday, I'm gonna have a bit of a look at my little coin discrimination numbers here that I charted. That goes to show I've got pennies 1937, 1964, 24, 25, but that's, I'm gonna have to refine that because they go right up to 28 with that rue penny just then. And the florins, I've got the higher silver 1910 to 1945, the older florins 33 to 35, and the 50% silver 1946, 1964, that's 26, 27. So the numbers are a good guide, but obviously I need to refine them. But it's a beautiful day out here on a Sunday. We had a awesome barbecue and bonfire, a few cold beers last night. My parents' place, which is literally only 6 or 7 kilometers away from this old church block location here. Looks like Dad's finding a couple more signals over here. We'll go over, see if we can uncover a few more nice pre-decimal coins. Okay, we got quite a strong signal here, so dug it, and that's not a nail, so we think that might be a draw knob. Door or drawer. Is that wood on top there and metal down the bottom? And that metal shaft, is it? I think that's, yeah, that's like wood, isn't it? So
it's probably a drawer.
yeah, so that's made, that feels to be made of wood on the top there, and the metal shaft or the metal screw. So that's our first, apart from that key that we got yesterday, this is another little relic. We'll clean these up and keep anything like this just for interest's sake, and show the property owner too. He was interested to see any relics that we might be able to uncover here related to the old church. So we'll continue on up this direction and go back down on that strip there. We hadn't got a decent signal in a while. We dug probably about 4 or 5 of those lead heads on the nails, plus a couple of other junky things, but I nearly gave up on this one, thinking I didn't want to dig another one of them. But it has turned out to be an old coin, and sometimes when it's got that, I've been guilty of being too excited about things being a silver coin. It's turned out to be a couple ones, so I'll hold back on that, as it could be, that could be a half penny, but I said that last time and it was ended up being a nice ramhead shilling. They are a similar size, but this one, yeah, this might be just a copper half penny, but they're still good to find. You can get them dated right back to 1910, or if they're Britannia before that. So I'll clean that up to see exactly what it is. Yeah, that coin that we just unearthed turns out to be a 1914 Commonwealth of Australia half penny to add to our growing collection. So we just pulled this one out of the ground, and it's got a little screw tap on the thread, some thread on the inside there, but that's registering at about 18 and 19 on the Minelab Equinox. So I'm not too sure exactly what that is. So we finished as far up as we possibly could, where we've slashed the longer grass, and I just came back here. My dad went home, so I'm just going to be here for another hour or so by myself, and I've just discovered what looks to be an old buckle of some description in here. They're probably quite old. To look up to see what that buckle is off of. But yeah, that was coming up as a strong 15, 16 on the Equinox discrimination numbers. So I'm just going to canvass this first area a little bit more thoroughly now that it's a quieter day and my detector is more stabilized, and most likely pick up another couple of pre-decimal coins that we missed the last time we searched through here. So I'll record anything good that I find, and we'll do a bit of a review after the afternoon is over. So there's a high signal here, quite faint, but it could mean because it's quite deep, but it's jumping up into the silver numbers, so I've got to go in and check this one out for sure. So I got out the heavy artillery for this one. Faint signal, high numbers. Dug a big plug out of here, and I can see right on the edge that looks like a coin, definitely in here. So let's take this out. Okay, I wonder what this is. Let's clean this one up and see what it is. But yes, found another pre-decimal coin. Awesome. This is awesome. This turns out to be a King George V 1916 1 penny, Commonwealth of Australia penny. So 106 years old, this coin. It's just so awesome finding these coins that are over 100 years old in this ground. And this one, as you see, was on its side with the edge, the thin edge facing upwards. So that's something to know there. That's why that signal was faint, still high on the numbers, but faint signal, because sometimes the coins, of course, aren't laying there so they can be detected as a spherical object. Sometimes, as you can see there, this coin had settled on that angle. That's great. I'll continue carefully, thoroughly searching through here to see how many more of these old coins we can find. So I got onto a really distinct signal. It was only a 10 on the discrimination, but as we found out that gold, you know, when we're discriminating all the lower numbers out, trying to avoid the junk targets, you can start from like 18 and go right up to the top, and for the silver coins and the pennies and all that sort of stuff. But the gold, if there's gold jewelry in an old property block like this, which is very likely for something like this, was built in the just after 1900 and went right through to the mid 1950s, I believe, the church services. So we thought there could be maybe some gold jewelry or silver jewelry. And I got onto the target here, and the gold can go anywhere from 7 right up to 17 depending on the thickness. And here I had to go deep into this hole to find it, but when it came out, that's a really distinct 10. And I don't know if I'm seeing things correctly here, but that looks like, not certain what that is, but that could be potentially made of gold. Looks very old. You can see definitely a hint of gold there, and it's a very strong signal of 10. We'll have to very carefully clean that up. Very carefully clean that up. to see exactly what that is, but that could potentially be made of gold, whatever this is. It does feel slightly heavy. It's only thin, of course. Maybe it's some gold plated. If anybody has any idea what this is. We did get another signal up further here. Dug it out to what looks like a button. It looks like it's got a little bit of writing on it, so I might just clean that up to see exactly what that is. It looks like an old button of some description. Okay, this is the first time I've found anything like this. This is actually an Australian military forces button. You can see the Australian country there and potentially a crown on top. Australian military forces, and it's got more writing on the back of it as well. I can't quite make that out. This little relic that I found, I'll show the property owner, but we can donate this to the local museum where the actual building that was here was actually converted into the heritage museum that they've got in town. So we can actually present them with this Australian Military Forces button. I think that'd be great to do that. I'll go and show the property owner this before I go home. That's awesome to find something like that. That's very interesting. So I filled in that hole where I found the Australian Military Forces button, and then before I walked away, I just swung the detector, and there's another strong signal coming up beside it. And whatever this is, I do not know, but it's as heavy as lead, or not as heavy as gold, but I'm sure that's made out of lead or something. It's very heavy, and I'm not sure what that is. When I put that on the ground and swing the detector over it, look how strong. That's a huge, strong signal. About 2021, so yeah, that's whatever that is. It's probably just a. But being right beside that Australian Military Forces button, that was within like 5-10 centimeters of where that was. So I don't know if that's related or connected to that, but very heavy, very strong reading on the detector. I'm not sure what that is. So we've come from over there, just to the left of this big puddle here. I found a signal. That signal is jumping up into the high 30s, which I have discovered that it is a coin. I haven't seen what it is, but that I just wanted to check the discrimination, because just to exactly see what sort of coin that could be. With that high discrimination, you'd swear it was a silver coin, but old pennies can register, jump up high, especially being in the water like that. I don't know if that amplifies the signal, but that could be just a really old penny, hoping that it was jumping up into the late 30 numbers, 35, 39 on the discrimination. Possibility of always a possibility of a florin or something, but looks to be a penny. Let's clean it up and have a look what it is. Yes, that is a Commonwealth of Australia 1 penny, 1922, so exactly 100 years old to this year. Commonwealth of Australia, 1 penny, 100 years old. From there, it's another good find. We'll see if we can find another silver coin before I finish this afternoon. Found a signal here. Dug out the plug. Saying 16, 17, 15, and split that plug open. And that is a silver coin. That has to be a pre-decimal silver coin. That's a little wheat threepence, I believe. Let's clean that up, but we have lucked onto some silver, beautiful silver coin. Looked like a 1955 Australia threepence. Awesome. So I've pretty much gone over everything that we slashed, and I came over here and I took one step into the long grass, and I did get a strong signal. Took me a while to battle through all this grass here, but as you can see, we have found a pre-decimal coin in the grass here. So that proves that if we continue to slash this grass right up to that little fence line there, I think the owner mentioned that there might have been a secondary building down the back going towards that, where that power pole is situated now, where there was an exit. People walk back through the back of the property as well, so this has proven that it's going to be definitely worthwhile to cut this grass right up through there. I'll be definitely buying a carton of beer for the property owners here, that's for sure, because this has got some more territory to explore up through the back. So I'm going to just clean that up, call that the last one for the day, head back to my parents' place and show them what I found, then head back home. Yeah, it's been a good day. Shared some quality time with my dad and got out, did some exercise, relaxed on the Sunday, and enjoyed my new hobby of the treasure hunting. Loving it. Can't wait till the next time. Okay, all the best to everybody else out there that shares the hobby, and I wish you all the best. Hope you have lots of success and enjoy it as much as I am. Okay, till next time. Signing off for now. And that was another very old Commonwealth of Australia 1 penny. It is a 1917, so 105 years old. Here is a little review from today's treasure hunting adventure. Got a little bit of that similar rubbish. There's a lot of those leadhead nail and bolts on that property. We did get 2 beautiful silver coins that have come up quite nice. We got that 1958 shilling. It's conditioned quite nice. Beautiful coins, those shillings. And this was that 1955 Australian threepence, the wheat threepence. Love those silver coins. And the pennies, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies today, and 4 of them are over 100 years old, or that one there's exactly 100 years old. 1916, that one's 1915, I think, 1916. That's a 1917. And that one's that's actually a little bit newer one, but it's in quite bad condition, the rue penny. And we found that Australian military forces button, that's actually 1914. I checked on Google at that, 1914. And I'll see if I can put up a picture of what they look like, brand new, those ones. I'll see if I can save a picture off the internet. There's that interesting thing I could have sworn was gold when it come out of the ground. I showed my mum and dad. There is some writing on it. It could have been some kind of a brooch or something like that. Not 100% sure. Got some kind of attachment on the back there. Could be some form of jewellery. Got that buckle. And another little button of some description there. And this was the thing right next to the military forces button. That's made of lead, I think that is. But yeah, these are the finds. We ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really nice silver coins so far, and there's more to explore in that old church block. But really happy with what we've discovered so far. I'm looking forward to exploring the full block there to see what else we can uncover.